Hey everyone. Um, Dylan and I decided to do a lesson on cellular respiration for the ninth grade biology class to be particular. And yeah, let's get started. So our target standard initially will be use a model of the major inputs and outputs of a cellular respiration to exemplify the chemical processes in which the bonds of food molecules are broken, the bonds of new compounds are formed, and the net transfer of energy results. And the big focus here is aerobic and anaerobic, knowing the difference between the two. Oops. And our supporting standards are a literacy standard from the state of South Dakota. It is a determine essential idea of a text and analyze its development over the course of the text, including its relationship to supporting ideas, provide an objective summary of the text. And we'll go over this later, but providing the summary, but more so of like creating a poster and working with each other to figure out what they basically learned from the article that we provided for. And also, the target standard is a standard used for life science in the state of South Dakota as well. So our learning outcomes. We want the students to be able to model aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Students will be able to demonstrate how glucose and O2 or oxygen are used to make ATP. Students will be able to explain how each of the steps of oxidative respiration work. So that's what we mainly want the students to learn. This is our main focus for the lesson. So our content area is life science. Like I said, grade level is ninth grade. Unit is cellular respiration. The text is right here, just provided with a link. And then our genre is an informational text. So before reading, students will be able to ask to draw the basic cell structure. We want to identify what the students already know, which will give us a better idea of what we need to focus on throughout the lesson. This also is a way to warm the students up to the lesson and get their thought processes focused towards the cellular respiration. So I think the reason that we chose to do this is because since it is ninth grade, this will be the first time that they are in high school, obviously. So we basically just wanted to figure out what they know from middle school. I think this is a great way to not only warm them up to the lesson, but then just for us and for the future of the lesson, figure out what they already know. So while reading, students will be asked to read the cellular respiration article provided. While they are reading, we want them to find 3 things about the article that they could make a personal connection with. We will split the class into small groups, and the students will share their personal connections with each other. I think this is a great way to, get the students intrigued with the lesson, because I mean, just talking about cellular respiration is probably not. It's a little bit dense, but when you're making personal connections, it's a lot easier to figure out what's more important to the student, and it'll intrigue them more as well. So after reading, in their small groups that we've split them up into, they will be asked to draw this process of cellular respiration on poster boards. The following will need to be identified on the posters: a visual representation of the process of anaerobic respiration, a visual representation of the process of aerobic respiration, the word equations for both anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration, and the one personal connection they found in the text from each student in the group. So I didn't go to the text, but the text does provide all of this, and it leaves a little bit of room for them to figure it out with each other. So it'll be a great way to get the students going. I think this is making the posters a lot easier than doing a worksheet and just maybe not easier, but it'll make them learn more. So I think that's what we chose that for that reason. Options for differentiated learning: students will be able to give the option to work individually, work in small groups, or work with a para if one is available in the class. And then this is our grading rubric for the cellular respiration lesson. As you see from the previous lesson from the previous slide, the anaerobic respiration is presented on posters that they'll be graded on anything like that. It's a 3 proficiency level grading scale. 1 is initial, 2 is proficient, and 3 is advanced or mature. So, yep, and that's it.